Hello again. So here we are discussing probably my newest favorite camera. I have been using this camera for everything. Normally it would be my B camera, my backup camera to my A7 IV or maybe my A7R IV. But you know, for professional work, yeah, I usually leave it in the bag as kind of like a spare camera, just because of some of the features that I really wish it would have that it doesn't. But in my personal life, I've been finding it to not be so much of a B camera and more of a main camera because I really like the layout. And that would be none other than the Sony A7C Mark II. Now, I love the A7C Mark II. You guys have seen the last few videos that I've been using this camera and been talking about it. A lot of the photos that I've been posting on Instagram are all the A7C Mark II because I have been using it with everything. I am using it a lot with the trio of lenses. I don't know if I have them all laid out here. The 50 mil G Master, not G Master, the 50 millimeter G, the little G lens, the 24 millimeter G, which I have somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is here. The 24 G. But probably my favorite for street photography would be the 40 mil. This 40 millimeter is fantastic. It's a 40 millimeter 2.5. Has all the little bells and whistles. It has your aperture ring. It has a nice focus hold or a programmable button on the side here. You can click or declick it for video applications if you want. And you have a autofocus and manual focus switch right on the side there as well. Takes a nice 49 millimeter threaded UV filter. So if you want to put a UV filter on it or like a black pro mist or anything like that, neutral density if you want. But the footprint is very small. And, you know, you guys know by now, if you follow me a lot, I like to shoot Leica cameras. The Leica M10 is one of my favorite cameras for street photography. And the functionality of that camera is great because I can change lenses and, you know, it does allow me to slow down a little bit and it's manual focus. I really enjoy the Leica Q series, having a QP and a Q2. Great cameras, but kind of limited with their 28 millimeter focal length. This gives me that same footprint, but I have incredible autofocus. I have very fast, snappy, accurate autofocus. I have great megapixel, files, 33 megapixels, more than enough for me to do anything that I need to do with it. All my controls and dials, that small rangefinder style footprint. EVF is fine. I haven't had a problem with it. I know some people are saying that the EVF is less than stellar. I think it's just fine. Rear screen is fine. It flips out. But the great thing that I love about this is for content creation, the Sony A7C to me is like king. If you really don't want to bring a larger camera like the A7 IV, which I would say would probably be like the best, this is really kind of beating that because not only does it do what the A7 IV does, it may do it a little bit better because it has that new algorithm when it comes to autofocusing. Plus, it does have that new menu layout style, which allows me to overlay LUTs when I'm using this for video creation. So again, that little montage in the beginning, that's like nothing. I was just standing on the street corner in Philadelphia and I just decided to shoot just everyday city life with LUTs overlaid on top of it. I believe that's 24 frames a second, and that is in S-Log3. And the rest of the photos that you're going to see or that you may have seen throughout this video are all with the 40 millimeter. No filter. I've been asked if I was using a Pro Mist filter. No, that's just me and the way that I color grade and my presets. You can get those down below. Shameless plug. They're only a couple bucks. And the Sony A7C Mark II. So if you like that style, I find the 40 millimeter lens like just that sweet spot when it comes to street photography. It's not quite 28, so you're not going to get a really, really wide scene, and you don't have to get super close to people. But it's not 50 where it feels kind of constrained and a little tight. you're right in the middle. You're like, you know, 35 is a really sweet spot. I really enjoy 35. I like that when I use my M10. But 35, 40, it's just that little bit more to give you a little bit more of that separation. F2.5 is fine. It's great for low light. This camera can handle the low light, the high ISO values just fine. And it allows me to, again, stop down if I need to, but 2.5 is great if I want to shoot it wide open. A lot of times when you're seeing those portrait shots that you saw, they are all at 2.5. Most of the time I'm at f8, f11 when I'm on the streets anyway. But if you haven't yet checked out my content, please do so. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. This is kind of how I do things, man. I don't script anything. I talk from the heart. I don't try to throw out, you know, buzzwords like game changer and, you know, the best camera ever. I'm just telling you as a guy who shoots the gear that I buy. I don't come on YouTube and just spell out, you know, a bunch of stuff that a camera company gave me. I'm not sponsored or affiliated by anybody. If I tell you about a product, it's because I've bought it with my own money and I have shot it extensively and what I like about it and what I don't like about it. And I got to tell you that the A7C, the Mark II, is a winner. I like the Mark I. I've never shot the Mark I. I like the idea of the Mark I, but I held off on it because I had so many other cameras at the time that I was using. But when this Mark II came out, absolutely great camera, and I love it, and I recommend it 100%. So I hope you like the images, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.